Rolando Rolly Romero makes it official. Not that you guys doubted me. Y'all know what it is. When it comes to boxing news, I got y'all covered. But I want to show you what I'm talking about. Ego Weight Watchers, aka Ill. Rolly, we know he is fighting Ryan Garcia. This was announced a few days ago by Turkey. I made content about it. Check that on the channel. Initially, it was supposed to be Pitbull. I still have people asking, saying, yo, I thought he was fighting Pitbull, Ego. What happened to Ryan and Pitbull? Because they were looking forward to the fight. I try to tell you, I am the best in the business, and it's not even close. This is what I warned you about. Riyadh season has a bad habit. Eddie Hearn, Turkey, Riyadh season, dazn, very bad habit of negotiating fights in the public. The problem is, when you get the public involved, people can opine and start saying what they like and dislike. And when you put forth information, Ryan literally said he was fighting Pitbull and even talked about the weight, said it was going to be a catch weight of 144. I got to give him something. Then the old switcheroo, in comes Rolly. So you will have a contingent of fans who like the Rolly fight better for Ryan. And then you have other fans who like the initial Pitbull fight. This is why you don't do that. You kind of just make the deal. When the ink is dry, you announce it. And literally a day after I made the video complaining, we get the switcheroo and find out Rolly got the assignment and not Pitbull. But fret not. Ego Weight Watchers, aka Ill, where I give you a look into the fighter lifestyle before, after, and progress pics, especially when they have an upcoming fight. Rolly, he posted this picture and it looks like he's about to dig in to some cheesecake. And it says 147 time with a plate. So kind of like time to eat, which is confirming my past report that Ryan and Devin, if they get past their interim fights, would be at welterweight 147, and their interim fights are likely either at a catch weight over 140, like 144 to 147. But for Ryan and Rolly's basically saying that the fight's at 147. Now, it is what it is. I've already made content. I think 147, let's say hypothetically, Devin and Ryan get past their interim opponent. To me, 147 favors Ryan Garcia. I know the Haniacs, they're like, oh, he cheated, Osterine, this, that, and the third. But the reality is, before the Osterine was even known about, the Haniacs were like, Ryan cheated, he weighed 3.5 pounds more, right? And that gave him an advantage. So now, I mean, the only difference is they'll both have a full camp to train and cut only to 147. Devin's team apparently thinks that that'll be a benefit to him, and Ryan obviously thinks it'll be a benefit to him. But they still got to get past these interim fights. Me personally, I think Ryan is the stronger fighter, like in terms of physical strength and power, not like stronger skill set, but brute force. So I think 147 will be better for him because he was hurting Devin Haney all day when he unloaded with his offense. The other thing is, I think Rolly is a dangerous fight. In my opinion, more dangerous than Ramirez for Devin Haney. Ramirez, he just doesn't look the same. Rolly is he has like a crude and awkward style. He's wild, but he does have a lot of power. And at 47, you know, with less of a weight cut, they'll probably both be strong, both Ryan and Rolly. Plus, Rolly got somewhat of an advantage from the past sparring that they did, and sometimes these little mental blockades come back to haunt you. Like, man, he was getting the best of me in sparring. So if Rolly landed a big shot on Ryan, does he have memories of the sparring? Like, oh man, not again. Because Ryan's nose was bleeding and Rolly was just real aggressive in that particular sparring. Now, I do know the sparring was a long time ago. People get better, different weight classes, etc. So it is what it is. I'm just going off of what we've seen in that particular sparring. So I will say it's more dangerous, but also it'll better prepare if Ryan does come through the fight with Rolly as the victor. I think that better prepares him for Devin Haney. Not that Devin and Rolly fight alike, but just in the fact that he's going to have a real training camp for Rolly. He's going to, it's just too much on the line. Your whole bag will be messed up potentially if you lose to Rolly. So I really feel like Rolly is a potentially tough fight, somebody equal in size basically, and has experience fighting Pitbull, has experience fighting Tank, and he has power, period. So just preparing for that could get interesting. More so than Ramirez, who recently just looked real flat to me. Ramirez has not looked exceptional in a lot of his fights. So, and he's coming up to either a catch weight or 147. So that probably would favor Devin Haney based on how Ramirez looked. He just lost to Arnold Barbosa. So it is what it is. Rolly's basically confirming 147. I think the build up for this fight is going to be very funny with Ryan and Rolly particularly. And, we'll see. We got to wait for the particulars. For some reason, they're talking about doing this fight on a Friday. Bit bizarre, but, we just want to see the fight. So I guess if it's a Friday and that's what's decided, that's the day you got to watch it. But 147, very interesting choice for a potential future Haney versus Garcia fight, a rematch. Let me know in the comment section who you believe that favors. And subscribe to my channel.